The Sports Ministry will not allow Caster Semenya to give up her middle-distance career without a fight. The ministry confirmed that Athletics SA will appeal the Court of Arbitration's verdict against Caster Semenya. The appeal has to be lodged with the Swiss Federal Tribunal by the end of the month. Clonium Tumkulu has been tracking that story and filed this report.
While Athletics South Africa and Caster Semenya may be limited in commenting on the ongoing battle with the IAAF, the Sports Department has taken the baton and is running with the issue.
For us, we feel that, the Court of Arbitration just gave, some kind of an open-ended kind of judgment that, you see IAAF also, climbing around that without answering.
Questions raised by the CAS decision include the potential conflict of interest of two of the arbitrators involved in the ruling, concerns that the panel didn't fully consider the scientific, medical and legal evidence brought to it, as well as ethical issues around what the IAAF has implemented since the 8th of May.
Even the Association of Medical Doctors that work with IAAF have issues of concern around ethical issues on the matter. So we are interested to understand more on that as to how they are going to implement it.
In March, the United Nations Human Rights Council adopted a resolution in support of Semenya's challenge of the IAAF's regulations. Minister Caster is hoping to take that a step further, lobbying the UN General Assembly to sanction the IAAF over human rights violations.
We also are following up as governments to challenge this matter up to every level where there would be human rights issues.
While ASA is appealing the matter, all Semenya's legal team is willing to say is that the 800-meter world and Olympic champion will comment when the time is right. Clonium Tumkulu, Johannesburg.
The man who's designed South Africa's flag has passed away. Fred Brownell is being hailed as the creator of our identity as a nation. He died last weekend, leaving behind a design that has added much colour to the country. ENCA's Tanya Neft takes a look at who Brownell was and the significance of the 6-colour palette.
It's these colours that have become synonymous with pride, joy and celebration, our proudly South African flag.
It's also this very flag that symbolizes a new democratic South Africa, a patriotic symbol designed by Fred Brownell back in 1994. The 79-year-old passed away at his Pretoria home last weekend.
As a South African patriot, he had a lot of thinking going into the flag, working with other people, of course. But the very fact that it's a flag of convergence, it's a flag about unity. It's a flag which is making a statement that we are building a nation.
But just how did the design come about, and what is the message behind our national flag? Brownell unpacked this during an interview with ENCA a few years back.
Flipped over my lecture program and in about 2 minutes did a sketch on the back of it. And the more I looked at the sketch afterwards, the more I thought, it might work. It's a convergence of people. It's a convergence of languages. It is the bringing together of the South African population under the new constitution.
Brownell, who has been honoured by the Arts and Culture Minister as someone who gave the nation its identity, leaves behind his wife, daughters and grandchildren. Tanya Neft, Cape Town.
On a lighter note, Snapchat is doing it again. It's got a new filter that changes your gender, and social media is abuzz over it. At ENCA, we tried it for ourselves. Can you figure out who's who?
Snapchat's genderbender filter has had hilarious consequences, and ENCA staff got in on the action.
Hi, my name is no longer Heidi Hjokos. It's Pink Hjokos, and I'm mixing of Afrikaans and Griekse. Hey, I think I look Indian.
But does it say anything about gender identity?
Just in terms of gender identity, I don't think it's such a big a deal these days as it was back in maybe the 80s or 90s. In 2019, you know, homosexuality, being gay, I think it's just standard these days. I mean, nobody has a problem, at least no reasonable person has a problem with anybody doing what they want to do.
Hey, I'm quite a good-looking guy, don't you think? I think I'm pretty cool.
I'd actually be a handsome man.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Chip. Oh, Chippa.
You can't be as fat as my aging rugby player.
Wow! Wow, I have a ponytail.
There are some on social media who've criticized the filter for being transphobic, saying it encourages regressive stereotypes. But it hasn't stopped others from having fun with it. Ditroslepe, Johannesburg.
That's it for this installment of Week in One. Take care and goodbye.